Okay, the topic is use of code mixing by young hearing children of deaf parents. And this study is about the characteristics and use of code mixing by ACODAS children. But what's CODAS? Well, the main is hearing children of deaf parents. And these hearing children of deaf parents acquire sign language and spoken language simultaneously, which mean their bilingualism is bimodal compared with unimodal bilingual children who acquire two spoken language. And well, it's different. Unimodal is a bilingual children who acquire two spoken language, and the bimodal is who person spoken language and knows the sign language. So the colored children are able to produce signs and spoken words at the same times, and therefore are not obligated to suppress one language during the production process of code mixing utterance. So the purpose is develop knowledge about the relationships between the use of code mixing among code children, the language competence of the children, and the language the children's interlocutors use it. And the research question is, what are the characteristics of code mixing among young coded children? Is coded children use of code blends affected by a child's specific factors like children's language competence and the dominant language, and contextual variables related to the interlocutors the child is communicated with at the deaf parent's frequency of use of code blends. The next one is population and sampling methods. In this study was investigated the characteristics and use of code mixing by 8 Kora children who are hearing children but have a deaf parents. And these children is from the age of 12 and 36 months. And their name is Ari, Paula, Oni, Heidi, Mina, Misa, Ari, and Rina. And about her parents, all the parents are native user or Finnish sign language. And this language most commonly used in Finland is a sign language. So they start to use this language as a child, but currently use it when communicating with other people. So the children had regular and consistent exposure to both spoken Finnish and the sign language in Finland. The next one is design and instrumentation. The research is quantitative, and this investigation consists in play sessions video record at every data collection point where the children had never met the hearing research before the first home visit, or had they any contact with her outside the data collection sessions. The child's ages of 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36. The researcher was bilingual in Finnish and language outside and Finnish. So during the play sessions, the parents were asked to play with their child as they would normally do. The result is on 2 teams. The first team is Paula, Larry, Ari, and Heidi were found to have Finnish Sign Language as their dominant language, and the second team is Oni, Mina, Misa, and Rina. They produce more spoken words than signs over time in Finnish sign language. Sorry, it is show hardly any increase during the data collection period, so they have Finnish as their dominant language. So the first one, teams, the dominant language is the Finnish signs language, and the other team, the dominant language is the Finnish, only the Finnish language. So the results indicate that during the time young Kora children acquire their two languages and start to organize them according to grammatical principles. So they they also they also simultaneously learn the grammatical and pragmatic principles and normative patterns of code mixing. The next one is discussion of results. So here we have a table for gender, for hearing status of the parents, and the number of separate play sessions with different interlocutor. Here we have a number reception with the deaf parents. There is a 54555, and total number of play session record of the deaf parents is for 39. The total number of sessions with the parent and the hearing adult is for 33. And the last one is 36. Total number for sessions with a hearing adult. So the next one, as you can see, the age of 12 months, the children use cold blending, and 2% in all the utterance in the video record data. So this amount increase is still for 80% for the last 36 months. They produce 68% of all of their cold-blended utterance when communicate alone with their deaf parent, and only 7% when playing alone with a hearing adult. And altogether, the 60% of all of the 62 utterines produced when playing with the deaf parent alone were cold blended. So as you can see in this table, the main proportion of cold blended utterines by the children when communicate with the different interlocutors. So here are low and high refers to frequency the parents use cold blends, and the total number of all utterance produced by the children and age play sessions, and that is mentioned under the bars. So when communicate with the hearing adult alone, only the 2% of altogether 1478 utterance were called blended. And during the section where both the deaf and the hearing adult were present, only the 7% of the children's utterance were called blended. So there is also different there is also different differ significantly from the number of code blends produced when the children were communicated with the deaf parent. Next steps are future implications. When code mixing fluently and flawlessly, children are exploring all their linguistic competence in both other languages to express themselves as well they can. Therefore, parents of bilingual children and professionals working with them need to consider code mixing as a natural sign of linguistic and community competence, and they should bear in mind that contextual and environmental factors strongly guide the use of code mixing.